Stop being soft. Life doesn't hand out trophies to those who complain the loudest or make the most excuses. It rewards the ones who push through pain, the ones who refuse to break when everything is trying to shatter them. There's a voice in your head that tells you it's okay to slow down, to take a break, to give up when it gets hard. And that voice is not your friend. That voice is weakness. That voice is comfort. That voice is soft. And you need to kill that voice if you ever want to become something greater than average. You weren't born to be soft. You were born to rise. You were born with a fire in your chest and the ability to face the storm. You were born to overcome, to endure, and to conquer. But somewhere along the way, you got comfortable. You started letting the world convince you that it's okay to settle, that it's okay to stay where it's safe, that it's okay to take it easy, but the truth is, nothing about your dreams is easy. Nothing about reaching your full potential is easy. You can't reach greatness with soft hands and a fragile mindset. You can't dominate life if you keep flinching every time it pushes back. There are two kinds of people in this world: those who are controlled by their feelings and those who control their destiny. If you only act when you feel like it, you'll never accomplish anything worth remembering. Winners do it anyway. They get up when it's cold. They show up when they're tired. They fight through the days when they don't want to, because they understand that soft emotions don't build strong lives. Discipline does, grit does, relentlessness does. You think champions feel good every day. You think they're always motivated. No, what they have is something deeper. Commitment, a decision. They've decided to be great, and nothing, not fear, not fatigue, not failure, can change that decision. That's the difference between soft and strong. Soft people give up when it gets uncomfortable. Strong people lean in. Strong people smile at resistance because they know it's shaping them. Every time you avoid discomfort, you're reinforcing weakness. Every time you quit early, you're building the habit of failure. Nobody's coming to save you. Let that sink in. Nobody's going to do it for you. Not your parents, not your friends, not your coach, not your boss. The world doesn't owe you anything. It's not going to stop spinning because you're tired. It's not going to feel sorry for you when you're down. You have to make the decision to rise. You have to become your own hero. And that starts with putting an end to softness. Stop whining. Stop procrastinating. Stop waiting for the right time. There is no perfect moment. The perfect moment is the one where you decide that enough is enough. You're not fragile. You're not broken. You're not some helpless victim of circumstance. You are powerful beyond measure, but that power doesn't mean anything if you refuse to use it. You don't need to be rescued. You need to wake up. You need to stop indulging your weaknesses and start feeding your strength. Every excuse you make is a brick in the wall that separates you from greatness, and every time you choose to push through instead of giving in, you tear that wall down. The pain you feel in the gym, in your hustle, in your grind, it's not punishment, it's progress, it's growth, it's transformation. You want to level up, then start doing what hurts. Start doing what scares you. Start doing what most people are too soft to do. Get uncomfortable and stay there, because comfort is the killer of ambition. It lulls you into mediocrity. It robs you of your edge. It whispers sweet lies to keep you small. But the truth is, everything you want is on the other side of hard. The body you want, the bank account you want, the legacy you want, it's all waiting for you, but only if you're willing to suffer for it. Do you want to look back on your life and realize you let softness steal your greatness? That you let your fear of pain keep you from becoming a savage? That you gave up on yourself every time it got hard? Or do you want to be able to say that you went all in, that you gave everything you had, even when it wasn't easy, that you became someone worthy of respect, starting with your own? The world isn't going to hand you greatness. You have to take it. You have to fight for it, and that fight isn't against other people. It's against the old version of you, the lazy one, the fearful one, the soft one. That version has to die for the new one to rise. Every day is a battle, and you better come ready. You better train like your future depends on it, because it does. You better work like the only option is to win, because it is. If you keep letting that soft part of you lead, then your results will reflect it. Your life will be average, your potential will rot, and your soul will ache because deep down you'll know you could have been more. This life isn't for the timid. It's not for the passive. It's not for the soft. It's for the bold, the brave, the unbreakable, and becoming that person isn't about talent. It's about tenacity. It's about deciding that no matter how many times you get knocked down, you will rise again, harder, stronger, sharper. You don't need easy. You need purpose. You need fire. You need to look in the mirror and say, I'm done playing small. I'm done being soft. I'm done hiding behind excuses. You were born with greatness inside you, but you've got to earn the right to express it. You've got to work through your insecurities. You've got to outlast your doubts. You've got to suffer through the pain of growth, because you can't cut your way to excellence. You can't cheat the grind. You either pay the price or you stay the same. And if you're not growing, you're dying. If you're not pushing, you're retreating. If you're not getting harder, the world will break you. Softness is a mindset, and it's a disease. It spreads. It infects every area of your life. It makes you lazy in your habits, indecisive in your choices, fragile in your emotions, and weak in your results. And the cure isn't complicated. It's action. Relentless action. Ruthless discipline. Brutal honesty with yourself. You have to get serious. You have to stop being okay with being okay. You have to raise your standards and never lower them for anyone or anything. How you do one thing is how you do everything. If you let yourself off the hook in the gym, you'll do the same at work. If you quit on your goals when it gets hard, you'll quit on your relationships when they require effort. If you tolerate weakness in one area, it will infect them all. So decide now, who do you want to be? Someone who folds, or someone who fights? Someone who makes excuses, or someone who makes history? You want confidence. Build it in the dark. Earn it when no one's watching. Put in the reps when it's hard. Do the work when you don't feel like it. Get up when you're dead tired. Push forward when your mind says stop. That's how warriors are built. That's how legends are made. You want respect. Start by respecting yourself enough to stop being soft. Stop talking about what you're going to do and actually do it. Stop planning and start executing. Stop dreaming and start grinding. And no, it's not going to feel good all the time. You'll be sore. You'll be stressed. You'll be scared. But that's the price. That's the tax on greatness. You either pay now in effort, or you pay later in regret. And regret is the heaviest debt you can carry. So stop lying to yourself. Stop saying tomorrow. Stop saying someday. Stop blaming everyone and everything for why you're not where you want to be. Own it. Own your choices. Own your mindset. Own your results. And if you're not proud of them, change them today, right now. Don't wait until you feel ready. Don't wait until the stars align. Don't wait until it's easier. It's never going to get easier. You're just going to get stronger, but only if you decide that you're done being soft, that you're done backing down, that you're done living at half capacity. You've got one life. One shot, one chance to become something extraordinary. Don't waste it being weak. Don't waste it fitting in. Don't waste it waiting for permission. Be savage. Be relentless. Be disciplined. Be uncomfortable. Every damn day, that's how you break through. That's how you level up. That's how you become unstoppable. So rise up. Show up. Shut that soft voice down. Go harder. Stay longer. Fight stronger. Stop being soft and start being who you were always meant to be. Because becoming your best self isn't a part-time job. It's not something you do when you feel inspired or when life is flowing your way. It's a full-time war against mediocrity, a war you fight every day, with discipline as your sword and consistency as your shield. You can't rise while entertaining weakness. You can't move forward if every time it gets tough, You crawl back to your comfort zone like a scared child. You've got to grow up emotionally, mentally, physically, and spiritually. You've got to become the type of person that nothing can shake. Not rejection, not setbacks, not failure. You know why most people never make it. Because they're soft, they break under pressure, they crumble when things don't go as planned. They're addicted to ease, to comfort, to pleasure, but the road to your goals is paved with struggle. It's paved with hard choices, lonely nights, and difficult decisions. And if you don't learn to embrace those things, you'll be stuck in a loop of almost and never, almost committed, almost consistent, almost great, but never enough to break through. You can't conquer the world if you can't conquer yourself. That inner battle, the one between your lazy self and your future self, that's where all success is forged. You either discipline your mind or your mind will discipline you. You either push through resistance or resistance will push you around for the rest of your life. Stop pampering yourself. Stop telling yourself you've done enough when you've barely scratched the surface. You're not tired. You're just used to quitting early. You're not overwhelmed. You're underfocused. You don't need a break. You need to grow stronger. So start doing what others won't. Wake up earlier, stay later, train harder, learn more. Sacrifice comfort now so you can live with freedom later. The people at the top didn't get there by being soft. They got there by being obsessed, by being fanatical about growth, by being relentless in their pursuit of mastery, and they never let their emotions dictate their actions. They acted in spite of emotion, in spite of fear, in spite of fatigue, and you have that same power inside you, if you choose to use it. This world respects results, not intentions. You don't get rewarded for trying, you get rewarded for finishing. You don't get respect for starting, you get respect for enduring. So don't tell me how bad you want it. Show me how much you're willing to suffer for it. Show me how long you can hold the line when everything inside you screams to quit. Show me your scars. Show me the late nights and early mornings. Show me the grit, the hunger, the refusal to be average, because that's what greatness requires. Stop making pain the enemy. Pain is your ally. Pain is the price. If it doesn't challenge you, it can't change you. And if you keep avoiding what hurts, you'll never grow beyond what's comfortable. You'll stay soft, stay small, stay stuck. But if you learn to welcome discomfort, to chase it, to breathe through it, to endure it, then you become unstoppable. You become a machine. You become someone nobody wants to compete with, because while they're resting, you're rising. While they're making excuses, you're making progress. You were not born to play it safe. You were born to dominate, to build, to create, to inspire. But you can't do any of that from the sidelines. You can't live like a lion with the heart of a lamb. You've got to choose courage over comfort. You've got to get addicted to progress. You've got to fall in love with the grind, because the grind is where you find yourself. The grind is where you meet your true identity, not the soft version that needs validation, but the real one who doesn't flinch when life throws punches. And don't confuse hardness with heartlessness. Being hard doesn't mean being cold. It means being unbreakable. It means being able to carry weight when others fold. It means leading by example. It means sacrificing temporary happiness for long-term meaning. It means being so locked in on your vision that nothing can pull you off course. Not the critics, not the failures, not even your own doubts. It means doing what's right even when no one's watching, because your standard is internal, not based on applause. You want mental toughness? Start by telling the truth. Stop lying to yourself. Stop saying you're doing your best when you know you're not. Stop acting like the victim when you're just scared of the work. Be honest. If you're lazy, own it, and then fix it. If you're soft, admit it, and then sharpen up. No more hiding behind potential. No more waiting for signs, just action. Ruthless, focused, consistent action. Day in and day out, no matter how you feel, because feelings are liars. They'll tell you to stay in bed. They'll tell you to quit early. They'll tell you that one bad day means you're not cut out for this. But feelings aren't facts. Discipline is truth. Effort is truth. Perseverance is truth. And truth will carry you when motivation disappears. So stop relying on hype. Stop relying on energy. Rely on your standards. Rely on your commitment. Rely on the unshakable decision that you will not be soft, no matter what. There's greatness inside you, but you've got to earn access to it. And you don't get there by wishing or hoping. You get there by going through hell and coming out harder. You get there by doing the thing when it's the last thing you want to do. You get there by building habits so strong that they override emotion. That's how you go from fragile to fierce, from average to unstoppable, from soft to savage. You want to make your mark. Then stop playing games. Stop bouncing from one goal to another. Stop chasing instant gratification. Lock in, build the discipline to master one thing, then move to the next. Stack wins, stack skills, stack strength. Stop being available for distractions. Start being loyal to your vision, because time is running out. Every day you indulge softness is a day you lose ground, a day you fall behind, a day you dig a deeper grave for your greatness. But if you make the switch, if you flip that switch inside and say, "I'm done being soft," everything changes. Your body changes, your mind changes, your life changes. People will see it in how you walk, how you talk, how you show up. You'll radiate power, and not the fake kind that comes from ego, but the real kind that comes from pain turned into purpose. From discipline turned into dominance. You don't have time to be soft. The world is too hard. The challenges are too big. The competition is too fierce. You've got to be a force, a machine, a beast, a warrior. And that starts with saying no to weakness, no to laziness, no to comfort, no to excuses, no to quitting. This isn't about motivation. This is about transformation, about becoming someone who can't be shaken, someone who doesn't flinch, someone who gets it done every day without fail, because they've made the decision that they will not be soft. Not now, not ever. And once you make that decision, truly make it, your entire world will change. The old version of you, the weak, scared, soft version will die, and in its place will stand someone forged in fire, someone who commands respect, someone who leads, someone who wins. Because saying it once is not enough. You must live it, you must breathe it, you must become it. Every single day you must remind yourself of who you are and who you refuse to be. You must look your weakness in the eye and say, "Not today, not anymore," because the world will try to make you soft again. It will tempt you with comfort. It will offer you excuses dressed up as logic, but you're done falling for it. You're done going backward. From this moment on, you are building a new standard, a new identity. One built not on fleeting motivation, but on brutal self-respect and unwavering mental toughness. You get what you tolerate. If you tolerate softness in yourself, you will attract mediocrity. You will find yourself surrounded by weak habits, weak people, weak results. But when you raise your standards and demand more from yourself, everything changes. Your circle changes, your habits sharpen, your mind becomes iron, your focus becomes laser, and suddenly the life that once seemed impossible becomes inevitable. Because soft people don't win, they wish. They watch, they wonder, but winners, the real ones, they work. They don't stop, they don't break, they don't explain or justify, they just execute. They get up before the world is awake. They grind when nobody's watching. They do it when it's boring, when it's painful, when there's no praise, when nobody believes in them, and because of that, they build lives others only dream of. You think greatness feels good every day. It doesn't. It's a war against your excuses, a war against your past, a war against the temptation to shrink back into who you used to be. Greatness is for the ones who wake up every day and fight. Not just with the world, but with themselves, because they know the hardest opponent they'll ever face is the weaker version of themselves trying to claw its way back. You were not built to break. You were not built to lose. You were not built to be soft. You were built to overcome, to rise, to fight, to become something more. But the only way you get there is by outworking, outlasting, and hardening every excuse your mind tries to offer. And that happens one decision at a time. You either do the work or you don't. You either stay disciplined or you drift. You either build your future or you destroy it by doing nothing. Let others take the easy road. Let others tap out when it gets hard. Let others talk about what they're going to do. You show up. You execute. You dominate. You don't need to talk. You don't need to explain. Your results will speak. Your consistency will be your proof. And when others see what you've built, they'll wonder how you did it. But you'll know. It was because you stopped being soft. You got up when you were tired. You trained when you were hurting. You worked when it was boring. You sacrificed when it was uncomfortable. You didn't need someone to hold your hand or cheer you on. You became your own motivation, your own support system, your own hero. And that's the only way it works, because no one is coming to save you, and when you finally get that, deep in your bones, you'll start moving like a person who's all in, and don't forget, it's not just about you. It's about the people watching you, the people counting on you, your family, your team, your future kids, your community. You lead by example, and if they see you breaking, quitting, making excuses, what do you think they'll do? But if they see you grinding, pushing, overcoming, they'll rise with you. They'll be inspired by you. They'll believe in their own strength because they see yours. So yes, this is personal, but it's also bigger than you. It's about legacy, about being the one who breaks the generational cycle of weakness, the one who turns pain into power, the one who rises and brings others with them. You don't need to be perfect. You just need to be relentless. And you need to stay hungry, stay focused, stay hard when life hits you. And it will. You won't shatter, you'll smile, you'll grind, you'll move forward like a freight train, because you've trained for this. You've prepared, you've paid the price in sweat, in discipline, in sacrifice. You've built yourself from the ground up. You don't fold, you don't back down, you don't get soft. And years from now, when you look back, you'll be grateful you didn't give in to weakness. You'll be proud that you kept showing up, proud that you never let comfort kill your ambition, proud that you built something real, something strong, something unshakable, and you'll realize that every ounce of pain, every setback, every challenge, it was all worth it. Because it made you into you, so keep going, keep pushing, keep fighting. You're not soft. You never were. That was a lie, a mask, a temporary lapse, but now you know better, now you remember, now you rise. And this time you rise for good. Because once you've made the decision, the only thing left is action. Ruthless, consistent, unstoppable action. This is the moment where everything either changes or stays the same. This is the moment where you stop being a victim of your feelings and start becoming a master of your destiny. You stop flinching. You stop guessing. You stop needing permission. You move forward with certainty, with clarity, with fire. You don't apologize for being intense. You don't tone it down to make others comfortable. You live bold. You speak truth. You train harder. You show up every single day with a chip on your shoulder and a mission in your heart. You know what's at stake now. You know how easy it is to drift into a life of regret, and that terrifies you more than the pain of discipline. So you commit fully, not halfway, not for a season, for life. You live by a code now, a higher standard. You do what's right, not what's easy. You say no to things that pull you backward. You refuse to entertain drama, excuses, and distractions. They are poison. They are enemies of greatness, and you are done being casual with your life. You are done playing small. You are done living in denial. Now it's about impact, about strength, about legacy, and the beautiful part is, every single one of us can do this. It's not reserved for the gifted. It's not about talent. It's about choices, consistency, focus. You don't need more time. You need more intensity. You don't need more chances. You need more courage. You don't need more comfort. You need more fire. That's how the elite separate themselves. They feel fear and they move anyway. They feel pain and they lean into it. They feel weak and they keep showing up. That's what makes them different, not superpowers. Just uncommon discipline. You get stronger every time you refuse to quit. You build toughness every time you do what you said you would do. You build momentum every time you push through fatigue. Every time you outwork your old self, you get closer to the person you were born to be. The life you want is not hiding from you. It's waiting for you to harden up and go get it. You won't find it in comfort. You won't find it in softness. You'll find it in grind, in discipline, in sacrifice. You will be underestimated. You will be doubted. That's good. Let it fuel you. Let it remind you to keep your mouth shut and your head down while you work. Let them talk. Let them laugh. Let them count you out. Because when it's time, when you've done the work in silence and built the unshakable version of yourself, they won't be able to deny it. They won't be able to ignore it. You will be undeniable, but you have to get through this season. The season where it's just you, your vision, and your grind. The season where no one claps, no one sees, no one understands. That's where the foundation is built. That's where the weak quit and the strong emerge. That's where the real ones are separated from the pretenders. This is where you forge yourself in fire, and that's what makes it sacred. Keep showing up, keep rising, keep fighting. You may not be the most talented. You may not have the most support, but if you are the most relentless, you will win, because relentlessness beats talent when talent refuses to work. Relentlessness builds a man or woman that cannot be broken. And that's the goal, to become so strong, so focused, so locked in, that nothing can pull you off your path. It's not about how you feel, it's about what you do. The mission doesn't care about your mood. Your goals don't care if you're tired. The world doesn't stop for your excuses. So stop stopping, start executing, start holding yourself accountable, start owning your life like never before. This is your moment. Your time, your war. You don't rise by waiting, you rise by working. You rise by bleeding for something bigger than your comfort. And when you get knocked down, you get up like it didn't even happen. That's the standard now. You are no longer available for softness, for laziness, for anything that waters you down. You are stepping into your potential. You are stepping into your greatness, and there is no turning back. So let this be your line in the sand, your declaration to the world and to yourself. I will not be soft. I will not be weak. I will not settle. I will rise. I will grind. I will become everything I was born to be, because I refuse to let anything or anyone, especially myself, get in the way. And when people ask how you did it, how you became so disciplined, so strong, so unshakable, you'll smile, because they'll never understand the war you fought in silence. They'll never understand the days you showed up with nothing left. They'll never understand the nights you bled and cried and broke and built yourself back stronger. But that's okay. You didn't do it for them. You did it for you. You did it because you knew deep down that a soft life was a wasted life. Go earn it like your life depends on it, because it does. Not in the literal sense, but in the sense of purpose, of meaning, of fulfillment. What's the point of waking up every day just to exist, to drift, to coast? That's not life. That's slow death. And if you don't push yourself to evolve, to grow, to struggle with dignity, you'll never know what you're truly capable of. That should scare you more than failure, more than pain, more than discomfort. Softness is the death of potential. It whispers to you, take it easy, you've done enough. It convinces you to lower your standards just a little, to rest when you should push, to compromise when you should stand firm. And if you give it an inch, it will take your whole future. It will rob you of your edge, your momentum, your fire. That's how people end up living lives that don't look anything like the ones they dreamed of. Not because they weren't good enough, but because they were too soft to endure the process. You don't want that. You're not that. You are the one who goes all in, the one who does the work even when it's hard. Especially when it's hard, because you've realized that the pain of discipline is nothing compared to the pain of regret. You've realized that progress doesn't come from feeling good. It comes from doing what's right even when it hurts. That's how you build power. That's how you earn peace. There's no shortcut. There's no hack. Just you, your will, and the grind, every early morning, every late night, every small decision that no one sees. That's what makes the difference. That's what separates the strong from the soft, the committed from the casual, the dangerous from the average. You want to be powerful, ruthless, unstoppable, then you must learn to suffer well, to find meaning in the hard things, to see adversity as training, not punishment, because every time you choose discipline over comfort, you're feeding your future. You're building a mind that cannot be broken, a body that cannot be moved, a soul that refuses to quit. That's what this journey is about, not becoming perfect, becoming unbreakable. And when things get really hard, and they will, you won't fold. You'll remember why you started. You'll remember the version of you that was tired of being average. You'll remember the pain that lit your fire in the first place. And you'll rise again, stronger, sharper, more dangerous, because every setback is fuel. Every loss is information. Every failure is a lesson. Nothing can stop you when you decide to learn instead of quit. So stop entertaining weakness. Stop explaining your lack of action. Stop identifying with softness. That's not who you are anymore. You are becoming someone different now, someone lethal, someone reliable, someone who doesn't need approval or applause, because the mission is louder than the noise, the vision is stronger than the distraction. And the fire in your chest is burning too hot to be ignored. People will try to slow you down. They'll call you obsessed, too intense, too focused. Good. Let them. That's exactly who you want to be. Because while they're sleeping in, you're grinding. While they're complaining, you're executing. While they're quitting, you're going to war. And that's what it takes. That's what winning demands. That's the price. And you're willing to pay it, not once. Not sometimes, every single day, because discipline isn't a switch, it's a lifestyle, a daily contract with yourself, and every time you honor that contract, you build trust in your character. You reinforce who you are, not who you say you are, who you prove you are. That's what matters. That's what wins. So stop looking for the easy way out. Stop chasing hacks. Start chasing growth. Start earning respect, your own respect. Be the person who shows up when they don't feel like it. Be the person who keeps going when others quit. Be the person who says no to their lower self and yes to their highest potential. That's what power looks like. Not muscles, not money, mastery, mastery over self. That's the final boss. That's the real challenge. Can you say no to comfort long enough to become a weapon? Can you hold yourself to a higher standard even when no one else is watching? Can you build yourself into someone so capable, so consistent, so dangerous, that nothing can break you? Yes, you can, but only if you stop being soft. Only if you stop explaining away your weaknesses. Only if you stop waiting for life to get easier and start getting harder to kill. So from now on you wake up with purpose. You train like your life depends on it. You eat for energy, not emotion. You work with intensity, not laziness. You talk less, you do more, you keep your promises, you keep your edge. You move through life with your chest up, your eyes sharp, your back straight, and your soul on fire, because now you're on a mission. Not to impress anyone, not to compete with anyone, but to become someone. Someone who can carry the weight. Someone who never quits. Someone who earns everything they have. No more softness. No more compromise. No more settling. You're done explaining. You're done apologizing. You're done making peace with mediocrity. This is war now, and you've already decided you're going to win.